Welcome to part 69 of Woe to America, Woe to the Nations, and Woe to Babylon. This is August the 30th, 2024 by man's calendar. It's been a few days since I've got to put one up. My last one got cut off. I didn't even get to finish the video or the thought I was having. But the Lord saw that things were becoming a little bit hard for me, I guess. And it was. And I was discussing how things have happened over the last few years. And how if this was just me and my little mind doing this, that I would have quit by now. And that's not even a joke. That is the truth. I would have quit. I would have gone back to my little amen corner and sit quiet like a mouse. But my heart won't let me. Because my heart says people need to know about Jesus. The real Jesus. Not the Jesus that everybody's come to know. The Mormon, Kingdom Hall, Catholic Jesus. But the real God of the Bible, Jesus. Adonai, Elohim, Yahweh. The real one, you know. The God from the beginning that is still God in the end. Because there's only one. Because people have been conditioned over the centuries to believe that God is this far away God, way out in some galaxy, far, far away. Yet the Bible doesn't even speak about galaxies or space or anything like that. It says the heaven and the earth. Man has caused us to believe in things that are not even real. God didn't teach us nothing in this Word of God about planets or any such a thing. And no, He didn't give us the authority to do these things. He sure did not. He did not tell us to invent planets. He is the creator, not us. It was not our right to try to invent these things. But this is what they did with science, witchcraft. And y'all want to believe, that's okay. Science that says that God doesn't exist, that we come from a big fart in space. Kaboom. Yeah, a big fart in space. Boom. What else will you call a big bang? The universe farted, and here we are. I don't care if you like the way I put things or not. I'm being bluntly honest because I'm a little bit tired of y'all's attitude. You are devils. You are devils if you cannot trust to the Word of God. And I'm just done. I'm finished. Phew. No. I am not going to kumbaya with devils. I'm not going to coddle you. I'm not going to pamper you. I'm not going to give you a baba and a passy and change your pull-up. I'm going to tell you the truth. And if you accept it and come out and follow Jesus, that's good. If you don't, you just go into hell. That's all I can say about it. That ain't on me. That's on you because you're the one disobeying. But anyways, I want to finish out my thought. Honestly, I would have quick, because when I went to the guide stones, I did that because the Lord said it had to be done, and it had to be done then. And there was these people that showed up. And here's what you need to understand. Before I went, the Lord told me these things were going to occur. I was going to go. He told me exactly how I was going to go. I'd never been there before and never really knew how it was set up. But he told me exactly how I was going to go, how to go through the gate, how to march around this Jericho march 7 times around, and so forth. And he said, while you are there, you're going to be on video. And I was like, wait a minute, why would there be video? Who's going to be videoing me? I was really concerned about that. He said they have surveillance on those stones. Well, why? They're just giant tombstones. I said, what? Well, why would they need that? Because in my little mind, I was like, why do I got to be on the video? I didn't want to do it. Oh, there's a lot of things I ain't wanted to do lately. But let me tell you what I don't want to do even more than I didn't want to be on the video. I don't want to end up in the belly of a whale. Don't tell me Jesus can't bring one on land. Anyway, I went. And he told me, he said, well, what are you worried about that for? The people's going to show up too. I said, what people? Who's the people? What people going to show up? Because I'm a little dummy. And I just kind of I'm like, what? What people? What do you mean people going to show up? Who the people? Who the people going to be showing up? He said, well, there's going to be some people that come up there to see what you're doing. I said, oh, okay. So I thought, that's what he means. They're just going to come see, and they're not going to bother me. They're just going to come see what I'm doing. And all I'm going to be doing is the Jericho march around. So, yeah, okay. I guess. Well, then the day I go to go do this, and Dad had agreed to ride with me, so I wouldn't have to ride all that way by myself. So I go, and as I'm going, I'm telling Dad what the Lord's telling me about getting there, and he says, who's these people that's coming after? I tell Dad about that, and I was like, I don't know who they is. They're the ones that owns the stones, I guess, or whatever, or guards them, or what have you. I don't know how to explain that, I said. I just know what the Lord said. That's all I can tell you. That's the information I have. Well, even in knowing that, though, I went because I wanted to be obedient to the Lord. I didn't care if they killed me there on the spot. I didn't know who these people were, what their purpose of coming was going to be. All I was thinking is, I've got to be obedient to the Lord. I've got to be. And so I went, and as I'm there, I get there, and I take my Bible bag and stuff and go in through the gate like the Lord told me. And my staff, and I set my Bible bag down on the ground, get my Bible out, take the staff, and I walk it off, square around like he said. He told me to go and start at the gate and square it off and walk around. Walk the square 6 times, silently, just praying real quiet. And then on the last time, I was to be loud and pray even louder. So I thought, okay, I can do that. Nobody was there. It was just me and Dad. So I thought, okay, I got this. And I thought, okay, so I'm going to be able to do all this part before anybody shows up, apparently. So I get going. And right after I get started doing my little march around, I guess I was on the 3rd lap. Here comes this lady, this woman. She pulls in, comes in there in a pair of shorts and toe flap and stuff with her little phone, acting like she's taking pictures of the stones and stuff. And like she was a tourist and she was talking to Dad. And I just kept on going. But I was watching her as I walked around. And she wasn't taking no pictures of them stones. She was recording me on her phone. I saw her pointing her phone right at me. I'm not a dummy. I know when I'm being videoed by somebody. So I went on though and I did what the Lord told me. And I finished it and got to the 6th. After I finished the 6th lap, I come back to the gate like he said, and face the stones, raise the Bible and the staff like he said, and commenced to praying real loud, and then I took off a walking again on the 7th lap. And he hit me with the Spirit real strong, so strong that it thundered out the tongues and stuff that was coming out of my mouth, and I went around through there speaking in tongues, eyes closed. And he told me to open my eyes for a minute, and I did as I got around through there. And that woman got scared, and she took off a running and to her car to jump in, and her pointing her phone back at me, still recording. And that was a little paved road, and she lit out there so fast that she was throwing dust, even on that little paved road. She went down through there barreling so fast, I thought sure she's going to end up on them fields down through there. But she was scared teetotal to death, and I thought, well, that's it, it's done. I thought, okay, now I can finish the rest of this without interruption. So, yeah, But it wasn't about me. It was about obedience to the Lord. This is what y'all got to understand. I didn't do any of this. The Lord did. He took a little coward mouse down to a big old cow pasture to march around some giant tombstones in a cow pasture. And he thundered marvelously through that little white mouse. And after I finished the march around, I come back around to do the rest of what the Lord wanted me to do, and take some pictures and do my little video. And we'll get more into this in the next part.